Okay, I'm going live right now, everybody. And I'm only going to be on here for a few minutes, but I've got to talk to you about something. I've got to let you know about something that is up. And I'm not here to get popular. I'm here to share a message, and it will reach whoever it reaches. Okay, that's not. All right. Let's go back to there. What's up? Welcome to Lies in the Textbooks. What is my truth? There's a huge population problem. And basically, I'm going to explain this several times, okay? I guess I'm going to explain this several times. Basically, at the time of Christ, the population was right about 250 million. Okay, here's a population chart. Okay, population in billions as it climbs up. All right, and the year, this side of this right here is. Let me get a pointer stick. All right, so the year at zero is 250 million for the population. Now, you take that back to the time of Noah, and the population is only 8. So, from the time of Noah, right after the flood, to the time of Jesus, the population only gets up to 250 million. And then from the time of Jesus, the population doesn't actually start to grow that much until you get to the middle of the 1750s, the 17th centuries, 1750. All right. Now, once you get to 1750, the population starts to grow big time. All right. And guess what the population was at about 1750? Are you still there? Okay. You don't have to guess. I'll tell you. All right. The population at about 1750, which on this chart is about right there. That's 1750. Population at about 1750 is right about 500 million. Now, let me ask you this. Where have you seen the population, the number 500 million before? Okay, you're okay. Where have you seen the population for 500 million before? You there? Are you there? Wait, swipe right to view more something. I said swipe right to view more something. Yes. Okay, you're there. Okay. Where have you seen the number 500 million for population before? There it is. Because I'm fixing to show you. Dad, I'm going live right now.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you going to be live?
Just a minute. Just a few more minutes. Okay, so are you there? You haven't? Okay. Here is where you've seen the population count for 500 million. Do you know what that is? Can you tell? It might be a bad image. I don't know how well you can see that. But it's the Georgia Guidestones. All right? The Georgia Guidestones dictate that the population is supposed to remain under 500 million. Okay? And guess what? The population stayed under 500 million all the way from the time of Noah until you get to the year 1750. Are you catching this? All right. The population stayed under 500 million from the time of Noah until the year 1750. And then, once you get to the year 1750, which is about right here, the population starts to grow exponentially. They want us to believe that from the time of Noah, starting with 8 people, you go, and that is about 2,400 years before Jesus. Okay, so you go from the year 2400 BC to Jesus, all the way up until the approximately the year 1750, until you finally get to 500 million people. So we went 4,000 years where the population stayed below 500 million. And then all of a sudden, in the last 250 years, the population skyrockets to where it is today, 7.6 billion. So we couldn't reach 1 billion people in 4,000 years. But in the last 200 years, we can go from approximately 500 million people to 7.6 billion? No. I'm telling you right now, we're being lied to. This population chart, this is a mainstream timeline population chart that tells us approximately how many people were alive from the time of Christ, which was about 250 million, to today, where we are today, which is approximately 7.6 billion. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're being lied to. So, anyways, I'm going to edit this into a video and I'm going to upload it so you'll be able to see it again. All right? Are you following me? Are you following my channel, Lies in the Textbooks? Because this is sort of an emergency broadcast. I need people to start talking about this, okay? Because this breaks the bank for theologians and it breaks the bank for evolutionists. Because that's not realistic. That's not realistic. You don't go 4,000 years without a population explosion. This is 250 million at the time of Christ for the population of the world. Does that make sense? And the population stays at about 250 million, between 250 million and 500 million, all the way up until the year approximately 1750. And then from 1750, the population skyrockets over the last 200, 250 years. Do you get it? If that doesn't blow your mind, I don't know what does. Because it doesn't fit into the timelines. It doesn't fit. Okay? The population you cannot go 4,000 years without some sort of a population explosion. That breaks, I would say that piece of information breaks everything we thought we knew. Because it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. And it makes the theory of Tartaria and the mud floods look more believable than the other two theories. Because Tartaria and the mud floods presents a timeline. There's 3 timelines. There's the evolutionary timeline, which says the Earth is millions of years old. There's the biblical timeline, which says the Earth is approximately 6,000 years old. Then there's the Tartarian timeline, and with the Tartarian timeline, we don't know what's going on. We don't have a clue what's going on. Because the Tartarian timeline says that there was a reset approximately 300 to 500 years ago. And this reset destroyed the surface of the Earth. It destroyed the surface of the Earth approximately 300 to 500 years ago. And ever since then, we have been repopulating the Earth. Now, whenever you put that into a context of what the other 2 timelines say, the evolutionary timeline, which says that we've just been mulling along for millions of years and the population never grew because we were idiots and we didn't know how to feed ourselves or take care of ourselves that well, and our health was always horrible, and we didn't eat right, and we died young because we didn't have good health care and all these other reasons, and now we're living longer today because we have longer lifespans today. Anyways, that's all evolution, okay? But the creation timeline teaches almost the same thing, except for it only goes back to 6,000 years. Okay? What I'm pointing out here is something that is so blatantly obvious. You don't get a population explosion. You don't go 4,000 years without a population explosion. Because whenever you live in a society where most people are living off of the fruits of their labors, such as everybody is farmers, okay? Everybody is like, they drink their, they have their own animals, they have their own farms, they're producing their own food, okay? Do you remember back in the 1800s? We are taught that they used to have big families because the bigger the family, the more helping hands you had on the farm. Right? So, the more helping hands you had on the farm, you wanted to have a big family. You wanted to find a wife, and y'all had tons of children. Because if you had your own farm, it could feed pretty much an unlimited number of people. Scarcity whenever you're a farmer, scarcity is a hoax. There is no such thing as scarcity. If you're a farmer, you live in abundance. Because you're living off grid, basically. You're always able to produce your own food and produce everything you need for yourself. Everything's always better with a farming society. So, people are healthier. Okay? People live longer. Anyways, okay? That's my final point. You don't go 4,000 years without a population explosion. let me see here. So what I think is happening, all right, whenever you put this into Tartarian mud flood perspective, is we are getting a population boom every few hundred years, okay, just like you're seeing right here, where they're telling us that they're doing a reset. They're telling us that they're doing population reduction. They're telling us, okay? And I think that what they're doing with the vaccines and okay, let me not talk, let me bring up the V word, okay? I don't want to get kicked off of here. But okay, I think that what they're doing is a kindness. All right, because the last time they destroyed the whole surface of the earth. They destroyed the whole surface of the earth. Okay? And they're trying not to do that again, I think. They're trying to bring down the population in using different methods. But anyways, they might still, do the reset. Okay, I think I've got some theories, but I don't want to talk about them too much on here. Okay, like the FIVE towers or the FIVEG towers. Okay, I think that those are weapons that are going to be weaponized against us, and they're going to take out that, and they're capable of taking out entire populations in a city. I mean, just vaporizing us, shooting out some radio waves, and just vaporizing us, just like in the movie with Tom Cruise, War of the Worlds. Go back and watch War of the Worlds and see the tripods and see how they vaporized everything. I mean, like, nothing was left but dust. And they can fake a rapture. And the people who are left behind, they'll just be left behind, and what are they going to be told? They're going to be told, oh, aliens abducted everybody, or oh, the rapture happened. Anyways, right here, I believe that the population goes up, and then they bring it back down to under 500 million. Then they can't prevent the population explosions. The population grows like crazy. They can't prevent it. So I think the population goes up, and then they bring it back down. They have a reset. It goes up again, then they bring it back down. They have a reset. It goes up again, then they bring it back down. They have a reset. And now we're right at the point where they're about to have another reset. And they can do this anytime they want, because they draw the energy that they need to do this. Where do they get the energy that they need to have a reset? Where do they get that energy? They get it from the atmosphere. They get it from the ether. That's what Tesla was trying to tell us. Okay? Free energy comes from the atmosphere, from the ether.
Where's my chair?
Hey, I'm live. Okay, free energy comes from the atmosphere. That's where they get the energy to destroy the surface of the earth, the entire surface of the earth. That they can do this. Okay? I think. It's all conspiracy. It's all conspiracy theory. Okay, I don't have any evidence for anything absolutely. But this is what I think is happening. Not enough people are talking about the population problem. This is huge because the population problem breaks the matrix. If you bring up the population problem to anybody with a mind that can handle this level of thinking, it breaks the matrix. They can't answer it. So I think the population goes up, they have a reset. They kill everybody. Or they unalive everybody. Okay? Goes up, they have a reset. Unalive everybody again. Now they're about to unalive everybody again. Okay, I got to go. Happy New Year's, everybody. I hope y'all have a great time. Okay? And hopefully this message reaches some of the Tartarian Mudflood guys out there who, you know, who are looking for more evidence for what they believe. I believe that this is more evidence, and I believe that this sort of evidence breaks the Matrix. Okay, I'll see y'all later. Have a good one. Peace. I shouldn't throw that up, should I? Anyways, all right, I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.
All of this was easily constructed in less than 2 years. A Ferris wheel with a capacity of...
There has to be, on some of these specks of dust, statistically speaking, there has to be other life out there. We are not unique if you believe in this. There has to be, on some of these specks of dust, statistically speaking, there has... All right. Hopefully, I got everything I wanted to say. Okay. I'm out.